Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Didn't I told you that I'm like a diesel engine? Once when I start and I will keep working and working, running and running. But once when I stop, it take a while to start the engine again. So hopeful I'm hoping you like my fall series car project so far. That I have been created a lot of cars for fall. And if you haven't got a chance to take a look, make sure you visit Local King Rubber Stamp online video library or just use the search window when you log into your YouTube account. So today, I before I share with this project with you, for a lot of you guys probably think, oh my god, that looks so complicated. It's probably going to take a while to finish. Actually, not really, because I know most of the crafter, when you're working some project, you don't really care about result, right? You are more enjoy the processing when you create some cards. So this one maybe take a little bit longer to do. You have to working on the background. You have to color your puffy cheek and the lips. So this project actually is combine all the few other project, all the technique that have been sharing with you for from the last few videos. If you haven't got a chance, just take a look. A lot of awesome stamping ideas. So I kind of combine with that. So I assume you guys already know. So I will still create a video to share with you guys how to create this card. Just combine all last three video that I have created. And then but today actually I want to share with you something very simple, and we are going to use Local Kings markers to color this project. The simple doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes simple is good. It's just like a life. Why we make our life so complicated? We just have to keep it simple and keep us happy, right? So today's project is short, but I think you are going to love it. So that's started. Okay, so we're going to use this autumn set again, and remember this is this month's special. Basically, you buy the die cut, you will get a stamp set for free, plus the free shipping fee on the free stamp set. So you only have to pay for the die cut and the shipping for the die cut. Just make sure you visit our website. I will put the link below and check it out. They also have a few other projects. And then for the Happy Fall, we have a 30% off the whole online store, and it does not include this month's special because they are already very good price. And our stamping cruise is doing very well. I don't know. I haven't got an update from our cruise agent yet. If you like to join us in February 2023, make sure you click the link below. It's going to be so much fun to spending some time with you guys on board. Okay, so that's started. I am going to just use this recollection cardstock and this 100 pounds cardstock. Of course, you can use a 65 or 80 pounds cardstock, but I just like a good, heavy, solid cardstock to do that. And then I am using this autumn stamp set. I'm going to use this one, and I have other project. Actually, I'm going to use this maple leaf tree. I have been using all other one, and I've been using this stamp set a lot. This one I designed in 2015, and then now is the time to using it. Okay, so, and we are not even going to use a die cut today. We are going to just have one very simple image. So I have my stamps here, and then I'm going to grab, I have my ink pad there, and I'm going to grab my stamp. Okay. Just before we start, I want to show King. I did clean my stamp, so now you can see where I stamped it, right? Okay, so we're going to use our maple leaf detail stamp. So this is a detail stamp with a lot of detail. Look like this, right? So instead of use black, I'm going to use a little bit brown color. Sometimes if you need to get some idea how to coloring, you just Google it, and I'm sure there's thousands of picture will pop out, so helping you choose your color. So I found out the black color is a little bit too dark, too heavy. I want to just make something really natural finish card. Okay, so if you're working on the last minute project, I think this one is going to be awesome. So I'm going to use the VersaFine, and this color is called the Acorn, and going to just ink or stamp, give a nice padding, And if you don't have this VersaFine, you can use any water resist color, because we're going to use a watercolor to color it, so have to be resist, that way when we do the watercolor it won't be blending. Okay, so that's the first one. And if you don't have a VersaFine, you can use any other ink pad, and then maybe use a stamp positioner to stamp 2 times to give you the best result. So I'm going to just use this A2 size card and make sure you give it nice firm press. I like these recollection cardstock because first of all, they are inexpensive, and the price, the quality actually pretty good. You can do the blending, and then it's very smooth. So it's really, you don't have to stamp too many times, just one time, and just look this image. I think it's really pretty already. Don't really have to do anything, right? Okay, so that's my basic card, and I am going to actually to stamping that hello, or maybe I just do it later. You can do any sentiment you like. So I really pre-stamp this one because I find the VersaFine, it doesn't take a little bit longer time to dry. So this one is just I stamped it before the class, before I start my video. Okay, so that's bring a little bit forward so you guys can see better. So I'm gonna just tape it here, keep it that front page, or you can just open it. Okay, and then I have a little acrylic block here. Let's grab a piece of cardstock here. Okay, so that's a cardstock, and I put in my acrylic block here. I'm going to use this little acrylic block as my template. Okay, I have a nice brush, and I need some water. So I have some water here. Okay, some napkin maybe. Okay, I'm going to put this one away so that way don't block your view. Okay, and then we are going to use or marker set to color. So you can use a green tone for the spring, and then when you want to make something for the spring, like a green color, maybe the outline you can use like a darker green, olive green or cedar green for your outline, and then for your leaf you can use a green tone. So I want to create some kind of fall color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a few fall color, okay, and maybe a little bit green, just a little bit green. So those are the few color I am going to use. Okay, so just these few color. If you want to add a little bit darker, but because our stamp image is very small, this is the just A2 size. You don't have to make it very complicated. Just try to keep simple. Keep simple and simple. Okay, so we are actually going to use our marker as a watercolor, and then we're going to do the coloring. You probably think, oh, what color am I supposed to do? So this is what I do. I usually will go on the website, and then I will like a screenshot some image that I think the color is good, and then I'm going to just put on the side. So that's exactly what I do. So I am so here is the just on the corner here is the screenshot that I just picked it out from the Google. And then so when you color, that give you some idea what color you supposed to use, right? So just an idea. So I'm going to just put it out on the side so I can see. Okay, so this stamp image is kind of yellowish, like a golden color. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to just use my yellow color marker. I'm going to just put on top of acrylic block, just put a bunch of yellow. And then remember those markers, I have created a lot of video to show you how to use these markers. And then we had the magic marker online class in August. I don't remember, but that was through the Zoom, and I just I just uploaded to our YouTube, so you can take a look. It's a lot of information. Okay, and then I am going to, and also those markers you can be refilled. They can be refilled. You can refill with the water. I also have a video to show you guys how to do that. And so I'm just going to put the yellow, orange, and the red, and a little bit green, and a little bit brown. And of course, if you have a reinkers, you have watercolors, you can use that too. Or you can use the alcohol markers, they work just fine. So I have a nice fine brush, and I'm going to just dip some water, okay? And then I'm going to just mix with some yellow. And then those marker is a water base, so actually I'm going to remove this. It's a water base, so that means is if they dry on your acrylic block, and you can just mix with some water, and then you can use again. So I'm just watching my screenshot image. I'm going to just start to color then. Okay, watercolor, you got to use the water to be able to do the watercolor. So use enough water, because this water is helping your color move. Okay, and see, I'm going to just mix with a little bit orange, just like that. Okay, and then sometime if you find out the yellow and orange jump too fast, later on we can come back to do a little bit blending, and then I'm kind of just add a little bit red, and then we create a more tone, different kind of tone, just like that. Okay, and then if you want to add a green, before you add a green, you have to clean your brush, okay? Because that red, if you mix a little bit orange with green, it's okay, you get all of the color. But if you mix the red and the orange, you are green, you are going to get a little bit muddy color. It's going to be a little bit dirty. So I add a little bit green here. And then you can find out on my palette is the kind of run out the color, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of wipe off with a tissue, and I'm going to put a little bit more yellow and a little bit orange, and then we can add the red, because when you add the red to the yellow, it become orange. Okay, mix well. See how I'm blending my brush. Okay, and that's one way. And then if you want find out you want more red, you can just go back, pick up the more red color, and then remember watercolor, you got to use water. Okay. That's my first leaf, and if you want to add more yellow, you can go back, or you can add a little bit more yellow. And like I say, this marker before I was share with you guys that you can refill with water for a few times. They will still work well. Okay, let's do that. So that's my first leaf. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then now we're going to try a different way to do that. So I'm going to do a little bit more orange, and then I actually want to have some brown, a little bit red, just a little bit. Okay, so clean your brush completely. Make sure your brush is clean, and we're going to just add a little bit water. Maybe we want to have a little bit more, because when you add the water, the color fade a little bit, right? And then this marker is like a dye-based marker, so it's a water-based marker. Okay, so now the other one, I'm going to try a little bit different technique. So I'm going to try these two. So I'm going to just actually color yellow. Okay, just a little bit yellow. And then I'm going to clean my brush. Okay, so my brush is clean. And I'm going to just finish another leaf. Just water. Okay, and then on my palette, I'm going to pick up a little bit brown, mix with the yellow. Okay, and then watch carefully. So my leaf is have a is covered with water, right? So I'm kind of just want to dabbing a little bit. That's it. Nothing complicated. Very simple. Very easy. If you want to add a little bit green, you can do that too. So that's actually let's use a little bit darker green. Okay, let's do a little bit darker green. Do you have a maple leaf around the place you are living? Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit green, and then you can add a little bit water too. Okay, kind of just dabbing on top. Basically, that the water to move your watercolor. Okay, so that's another one. And then now the other two tiny leaf, we are gonna do a little bit darker color. So I'm gonna start with my orange, red. I'm going to have maybe a little bit. Let's do the brown. That's just stay with these 5 color. Okay, so that's the 5 color we are using. Okay, and then now I am going to start with the orange. Okay, you got to use a little bit water. That water will help you to move around. And then because it's a small image, I am going to just do in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to pick a little bit red. So middle, I want orange, and then from inside out, and I'm going to make it darker and darker. Okay, and then you pick up more color, you just go back. That's it. And then the next one, I'm going to just have a completely red. Maybe you can add a little bit purple if you want to have like a very, very red maple leaf. That's it, right? And then if you want to, you can touch up a little bit on your this one. Okay, so that's the basic color. Okay, if you're happy, that's good enough. Or we can actually, if we want to, we can kind of like put a little bit splash on top. But I have a better way. If you find out this card is a little bit too plain, so what you can do is I'm going to show you what I am going to do. So first of all, clean your watercolor brushes. Never leave your water brushes in the bucket, because if you leave a watercolor brush in the water bucket, few hours later they will become like that, and then you just kill your brush. They will never come back to original shape. Okay, so the next I just find out it's pretty, but it's a little bit plain. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit glitter on top. So I'm going to use the same die cut, and then these maple leaf die cut, these trees stick together. I only want these 2 little tiny one. So I have these double side tape, double side tape, double side tape, but they are like a sheet. And then I only going to cut these 2 individual ones, so I have enough space. I'm going to cut 4. I will be right back. Okay, so I have my little maple leaf cut on the double side tape, and then I'm going to just use my tweezer or this welding tool. Okay. Recently, I think during the pandemic, everybody just watch too much computer, spend too much time in the computer, on the phone. I actually found out my eye vision is become very bad. Okay, so that's one. I have a 3. Okay, so just gently remove that backing 3, and then you can put it on top of your stamp image, that's okay. So, and then this is just the double side tape. We just want to add a little bit glitter on top. So that's my double side tape, and then make sure you don't rub with your finger, and don't use your finger to testing is your watercolor dry or not. Okay, so and then I'm going to just pick up the backing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the backing, and then we're going to just put a little bit glitter on top. I need a little scoop. I don't have a little scoop. I'm going to just use, I have a little scoop somewhere. Okay, and then now make sure your fingers are clean. Kind of just rubbing that maple leaf. Voila! So now you just add that extra value by adding a very small amount of glitter. Ta-da! What do you think? I think that's something very simple and easy to create by using markers, or if you have any like a tumble marker, the fine one, because our marker is the tip is a little bit too big. It's designed for colored stamps, which I'm going to share with you guys how to use that maple tree stamp to create some other project. But if you want to do the detail, they are perfect to do the watercoloring just by using the a fine brush. Sometimes you just find out, you know, you're too lazy to bring all your watercolor stuff out, right? So that's it. What do you think? Something very simple and easy, and I think your last minute like October card, just an idea. Okay, so that's today's video, and hoping you like it. And if you like this video, find it useful, you learn something from this video, make sure you give me a thumb up. It does help me to know what kind of video you like, and in the future when I create a video, I'm more focus on this kind of subject. Okay, that's everything for today. I am going to working on some other video. So thank you for watching. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. See you next time. Bye.